Welcome to the Traitors! Hello! Welcome to my watch-along of my reaction video, in fact, to episode 10 out of 12 of the Traitors UK Season 3. We're in the final week, and I am really looking forward to this. I'm actually watching this a day after. I've managed to mostly avoid spoilers. I've had a very teensy tiny sort of semi-spoiler that something big happens in this episode. So I'm really looking forward to it. And want to jump right into it. But before I do, let me just remind you, these reactions go out early on Patreon, link in the description. And also the full-length uncut reactions are making their way slowly to Patreon as and when I can get them through YouTube's content ID system. But yeah, the link is in the description, $5 a month, and we record these reactions live on Twitch. So if you want to come and participate, then, well, by the time this goes out on regular YouTube, the series will be over, but I plan to react to more stuff. We also play games and whatnot, so come hang out with us, link in the description. Anyway, waffle, let's go.
Previously, the committed an ungodly murder.
We're killing a priest. Joe and Leanne.
It's gotta be Jake, right?
The shielded sleep was beautiful, best feeling ever, especially because I think I'm probably the person that had the most heat throughout the whole game. How are you feeling?
Right, so that's why you don't need a shield. Duh, come on.
I'm actually surprised that I'm here. There was so much heat on me last night. It was
you were in no danger
to murder me. So it's probably been the first breakfast I felt confident.
I won't be voting for you tonight, Mina.
I don't understand Freddy's logic.
And also, come in.
Come in.
There she is. Look at Alexander rocking the double denim.
Hello.
As if he's still around. I can't believe they didn't kill him.
The only question I've got, and I hate to start the morning in such a awful way.
Let's just get it all out there.
But
Shake it all out.
it's me, I like it anyway. So basically, Alexander, yesterday you said you didn't think it was Leon, but then last night you did vote for Leon.
I'm playing this dead straight. I saw Leon as being so bold, so brash. I thought it was a very risky traitor.
There has to be a man who's a traitor.
Why?
It can't all be women.
Why? Same thing I'll say to Jake is the same thing I said to Ellen about why does there have to be a strong female? Why does there have to be a male? Wow, Charlotte's here. They got Joe. I'm not super surprised about Joe, but I'm surprised it's not Jake. Joe had no sus on him really though, did he? It breaks up that group as well that everyone's questioning. So it's a good kill for Charlotte.
And they know that once I've got an idea in my head, I'll go for it. And I think they knew I'd be a tough contender if I made it to that final round table.
But being loud, if you're wrong, isn't a good quality in this game. Hey, your beers, Claudes.
I am so sad. Can you think 3 steps ahead? Do you, maybe, know your next move?
The first place my brain goes when thinking of, like, thinking 3 steps ahead is, like, chess. But I highly doubt it's anything...
Like a human game of chess.
Yeah, it makes me think chess, but not necessarily you have to know how to play chess to play the mission, if that makes sense. But, like, maybe it's something chess-themed. Checkerboard tiles or something.
There's got to be a man, in my eyes.
Why?
We can't afford any more slip-ups.
We can't afford to have slip-ups, so I'm basing it on absolutely nothing and going, man. Oh, Jake, you were doing so well on episode 1.
I've never once doubted you. I won't ever write your name on a thing because that would be doing a injustice to myself.
Why? Based on what? Playing this game emotionally seems so silly to me because whether you like someone or not has no basis on whether they were chosen at the start of the game.
I promise you, I'm looking you dead in the eye. I'm not a traitor.
So they've both lied directly to each other's faces. So there's my evidence that it means nothing to say that.
It's going to be so hard for people to believe anything and trust anything anyone's saying at the minute. I am suspicious of Freddie.
Yeah, I think it's Mina. See, people have been mentioning Jake as well, though. I'm going to leave Jake and Alexander out and say it's Mina or Freddy. In fact, okay, I'm going to make a prediction. I'm going to say Freddy goes, but Charlotte votes for Mina. Okay, so yeah, there is a chessboard. There's names on it. Okay.
Who fancies a game of chess?
I'll play you at chess, Claudes. Let's go. Come at me.
Your mission today is for all of you to think and move like a traitor.
Oh, okay.
Each chess piece will represent a question that the traitors were given last night.
This is gonna cause absolute carnage.
Your job as a team is to give the name that you think the traitors gave as an answer. That player will then move the chess piece onto the square with their name. For every match you get, I will add £2,000 to the prize fund. It's worth saying
This is really good.
the traitors know exactly
Yeah.
the answers they
This
gave.
is like a bluffing game for the traitors. They want to get the right answer, but they don't want to be responsible for the team getting the right answer. That's so good. This is a great task. How it plays out, I don't know, obviously, but as a concept, it's a great task.
What the heck?
Like, what sort of chess piece is that?
This is not the chess that I know.
The first chess piece is the wolf. Who is the leader of the
Jake.
pack?
Is it
I'd
just
go
us?
Jake, maybe.
Yeah, they said out of
I'd
us.
go
I would
Jake.
maybe Jake just because we
You're
all
quite- you're
caught
like the
Linda.
traitor detective.
I'm happy to go with that if you want to go with that.
It's got a feeling of the mole, like where they have to answer questions about who they think the mole is rather than vote. It's got slight vibes of that.
Oh, that's creepy, isn't it?
That is creepy. Is he just gonna go through Charlotte? Is he just gonna wipe her out? Is he just a rumba under there?
It's me. Oh,
Frankie.
oh.
No, not Frankie.
Well done, guys.
So does it just knock Frankie over if it's Frankie?
£2,000
Who,
added
who
to
led
the
that though? I
prize
wasn't paying
fund.
attention to who led the conversation.
Well done, Jake, our leader.
Snake. Oh, that's not going to be a compliment.
Who's slipping under the radar?
Oh.
The two of us should take that one.
Yeah, I was going to
And I
say
know it's a
Charlotte.
massive risk, so
It
I'm happy to take it if you're not comfortable taking it.
I think in a way it protects you because they wouldn't think that a traitor themselves would
Yeah.
pick to be slipping under the radar.
Charlotte, Mina.
I would answer Charlotte.
But not for a
You had heat at the
while.
beginning.
Mina?
I'd probably add the least.
See, that was good because they kind of let Freddie and Leanne do the most. Yeah, Jake's kind of under the radar in the sense that no one's looking at him as suspicious, but he's not under the radar in the sense that he's being quiet, he's being very loud.
Well done, guys.
They could be answering themselves as well.
Go on, Freddie. I don't understand Freddie's logic, how he's got there. It doesn't make any sense.
There's no way.
But still, go on, Freddie.
Taking the mic.
Who is the most two-faced?
Woo!
I feel like I approach everyone
You're
with
so
anything I
direct.
get. Yeah, I feel like I'm very direct. So if
I would
that's
say
me, I'm
whole
going to be
people are
very,
the most
very
direct.
annoyed.
You'd just be annoyed anyway.
I don't think anyone felt very comfortable trying to pin two-faced as a label to anyone.
Well, it's not
in the group.
Alexander.
If you'd rather, I'll just go up and then take it, and we maybe win, maybe don't.
It's not you. It's never you.
Is it?
I'll go up.
That's ridiculous. You never volunteer to go when you're Alexander. Is it going to be Leanne? I think Freddie. Freddie seems to bring people up and then not talk to the person. Get wrecked, Leanne.
Anybody want to explain or?
Oh yeah, traitors. Would you like to explain?
Leanne, how are you feeling?
I mean,
To be fair to Leanne, she's definitely not two-faced. Me as a traitor picking the people who I know would be fireworks. Yeah, they picked that one just to troll, and I think that's hilarious.
Who is the biggest threat to the traitors?
Logically, it would be the same as the first question, wouldn't it?
She's just putting a massive target on my back.
Yeah, I feel like Jake's the obvious answer, but I'm not sure if he actually is really that big a threat. He's been wrong a lot more than he's been right.
Players, well done.
I don't necessarily agree with that, but I would have answered it to win the money.
Are you nervous?
Yeah, very, very nervous after that.
Just depends if he hits. If he hits a traitor with his theory, he's a threat.
Whose voice is the most irrelevant?
oh God.
Wow!
No way.
Sorry, that's rude.
Relevant.
Could we spin the Frankie being irrelevant because she hasn't caught a traitor?
I was going to say Alexander because no one seems to be trusting him despite
Well, I'm not quite.
how reasonable he is.
I think everyone thinks I always get it wrong,
but,
so they might not.
But Frankie's a good pick.
I mean, that's irrelevant.
If you're going on the quietest, I'd probably say maybe Charlotte.
Charlotte. Who's saying
Picking Leanne again.
different to everybody else? Suppose look at it that way.
Yeah. Well, then that'd be
Do you know what I mean?
wouldn't it?
Because sometimes the loudest person is the person listened to the least.
I noticed at one point it seemed like Mina was trying to swing it back to me, so that was alarm bells to me.
Uh-oh.
I'll go. Oh my god!
I said it's because I keep getting it wrong, isn't it?
So Frankie's now going to go after Mina.
It was ironic that I'd voted myself for the most irrelevant, then everyone said no.
Yeah, that is a bit ironic.
You each have one final move before we call checkmate on this mission.
Okay.
I imagine you've been wondering about a shield. Well, one of you can get a shield.
There doesn't have to be a
And you
shield,
could
so
say
no, it wasn't actually.
It is the most important yet, as tonight is the night of the last.
Yeah, I was going to say, this is the last murder, isn't it? Yeah, there's never a murder going into the final episode.
In front of you, there are 7 chests. In just one chest, there is a shield. One by one, you will choose a chest. You will then discreetly lift the lid. One of you will win a shield. What you do with that information, that's up to you. Who would like to go first?
I go first.
Go on, Jake. Jake's the best pick. Damn it.
And there's a shield in there.
Oh, you gotta keep both of your faces poker faced, Leanne. Leanne gets her 24th shield of the series. Yay! The thing is, I think the shield being on Leanne isn't actually good for the faithfuls, because I don't think Leanne's the target tonight. Leanne is quite likely to get the final wrong, or be voted out in the final.
You know what? If people think I'm irrelevant, go for it. I couldn't give 2 hoots if people think what I say is irrelevant.
Clearly.
I'm more interested in why the traitor would want me to think that.
She said something at the mission. She said something along the lines of, because I put myself forward as irrelevant, and then like it got moved back onto Charlotte, and then Mina said, but yeah, sometimes it's the people who say a lot, but it's just not of any relevance.
Go on, Frankie. I love Frankie. I've liked Frankie since episode 1 when she, like, absolutely lost her proverbial over the fact that someone was wearing blue pants near a blue wall. I was like, you're my kind of person, Frankie.
I'm just trying to think of reasons as to why my name
would be mocked against that.
Yeah, and who by. There's 2 things I could
Are they eating with gold cutlery?
Maybe the Alexander thing.
Fancy. I now definitely want to go on the Traitors.
And then
I want to experience that.
I'm up
Apparently
here.
it's way better.
Yeah. I spoke to you about that this morning.
Yeah.
Didn't I?
Is that coincidence?
Well, I mean, I'm not a traitor. So, yeah.
So
if that's what you're thinking, I promise you. Would I be as thick if I was a traitor for it to be the day of the mission? Like, just think about it. Would I be that stupid?
I mean, you did do it. So, Frankie and Freddie are going Mina. Leanne is going for Mina or Freddie by the evidence of the episode so far. Charlotte's going Mina, I'm pretty sure here. Jake's going Freddie. This is going to be close.
The thing that I'm worried about is if Mina's name comes up and, you know, a couple of us vote for her, but it's not enough, it puts me at such a risky position tomorrow. I either vote for her and she has to go, or I just don't vote for her and I just have to, like, fend off any awkwardness.
Just don't vote for her. Play for your team.
No, it's not easy. None of this is easy.
I feel like Leanne's the kingmaker. Oh, Charlotte's realising now that she can kind of kingmake this.
I know Charlotte has my back.
Oh, Mina! I'm changing my prediction. I think Charlotte is the deciding vote that kicks out Mina. And if my first prediction was right, the short I make of this just won't feature this bit.
What I don't want to happen is that I vote for Mina and Mina doesn't go.
Just don't do it then. She was a faithful. She was planning to split the money. You don't need to change your mentality. You just change who your teammate is. I see no reason to vote for Mina for Charlotte, but I think she's going to.
Because there's been so many names, that have mentioned you, like, are they all wrong?
I think I said, the last episode or the one before, that Freddie went through his suspicion cycle too soon and it can come back round to Freddie. I'm pretty sure I said that.
I have been thinking about you, Freddie, I have. I just, like, someone's keeping me here. And I need to look at the people closest to me.
You're being kept there because you're not that good at the game, Leanne. Like, she's not terrible at the game, but she's not that good. She's not...
Because I think you're a great faithful, is what I'm saying. You've got rid of Linda, you kind of got rid of Amani. Yeah. Why would they not take you out?
That's valid.
Turn to yourself, Mina, thinking, are you keeping Jake here?
And Mina and Jake super close. I've not got that feeling over the course of this series.
You start off saying you think it's a boy. So this is my issue with you, Freddie.
I spoke to quite a few people about it.
No, I'm saying just then, you've started off by saying...
I can think it's 2 people.
No, I know, but what I'm saying is, like, I feel like you pick up what someone else has just said.
That's rich coming from you, I'm sorry.
Okay, well, that's your opinion, but I've
just
said
saying,
that multiple
I don't think there's
times.
once. The only person I can think that you've come up with was Dan, but that was more because of a sense of you was hurt from BMR. Anyone else, I can't really think of you bringing up, regardless if they're a faithful or a traitor, but that's just my opinion.
Whoa, Freddie's fighting his corner.
People who end up with heat on them, is it because the traitors have created situations that make them look guilty when they're not? And I wonder whether we do a different tactic. Sorry, Mina's not personal, but someone who I would have less suspicion of, ironically, because there's no suspicion because the traitors aren't creating it.
So I look guilty for not looking guilty. How are you going to feel after I stand up there and say to you guys, I am a faithful, and you've literally wasted your time on a theory for going for somebody outside of the box when there's probably somebody, I'm sorry, Freddie,
it's the same, but if you vote for me, I'm also going to say I'm a faithful because I am a faithful.
You have had a lot of names on you, though. There's been a lot of people.
That's fine.
And, like, Livy said...
Livy's wrong.
But she was right about Linda.
But Livy's still wrong.
Where's Freddie come from?
Can I make an observation in my way?
Yeah.
Which is
it's irrelevant,
today,
Frankie.
when it said, who do you think is the person that might be the irrelevant one? We sort of were toying between Charlotte and I said, it might be me because I do make mistakes. And then for some reason it went to Charlotte and people going about quieter people, blah, blah, blah. And you said, but sometimes it's the loudest, but they don't actually say that much. And it was almost like you were bringing it back to me, which then would have made it the right answer. If you see what I mean?
I was just speaking out loud.
Okay,
Honestly.
well, that's what I'm just raising it.
I mean, that's how speaking works, yeah. This is going to be close between Mina and Freddie. I think Charlotte King makes and kicks Mina out. I kind of hope my first prediction was right because it's better telly. I don't think Mina wins this series, whether she goes today or not. I don't think she wins. No way. The heat's come round onto her too late in the series. Charlotte's like, oh god, what do I do? I think this is a 4-3, for sure.
So I voted for yourself, Freddie, based on the points that I've already made. Your name's mentioned by a lot of people that have been in this game, and I just don't believe that they all can be wrong.
I think they're on 2-2 on certain votes. Alexander's a question mark for me.
Mina.
Went Mina in the end. Spelt it wrong, but went for her.
Person I've voted for is Freddie. I'm not a traitor, and it looks like it's between me and you, so...
Telling you it's going 4-3. It's got to, hasn't it? Is Charlotte the last vote? I think they've left Charlotte for last vote deliberately.
For Alexander.
Oh!
I think
hello?
things weren't adding up at the end there, and I really need us to be right tonight.
Oh? I mean, it's still 2-1.
This is a really difficult one.
What?
I'm afraid I voted for you, Mina. I suddenly thought maybe you were trying to get the answers.
Oh, we're going to have a 3-all and we have to do a revote. That would be really funny.
Me.
I voted for yourself, Mina.
No, surely not. It's alright though, because Charlotte's got your back, right, Mina? Mina knows. Mina's realised, hasn't she?
I believe this person's a traitor because you have such an amazing calmness. I think that could make an amazing traitor.
That would have been such a better moment if Leanne had voted for Freddie. Leanne, stop screwing up! Two-Face.
You take them under your wing and they do you dirty.
I'm calling it out. If Charlotte doesn't win this, it's because of that vote. I think Charlotte could win the whole thing, though.
I wish you all the best of luck. I'm rooting for every single person.
Except you, Charlotte.
I am, and have been from the start.
Probably shouldn't actually say that.
Traitor.
Leanne's just fuming about the Two-Face comment. Everyone else is happy and Leanne's like, Two-Face.
3 females so far.
Leanne, why do you always manage to do things to make yourself look sus after round tables?
It's the last round table when the banished player will reveal their true identity. And also...
That's tomorrow.
Oh my God. One of you will win an extraordinary power never seen before.
What?
So, I've seen a theory that they showed in a previous episode a close-up of a book with seer on the spine. And obviously the seer ability in, like, werewolf gets to know who the werewolf is or something, I think. I think the seer's going to learn who the traitors are, but there's going to be some sort of cost to it.
We did that, well done.
Honestly.
Freddie, my boy. You were doing so well. I want your theory before you know what happens. I think Charlotte murders because I don't feel like anyone in the group would turn. Like, it feels like they might be rubbish as a group of faithfuls, but they feel really close-knit and committed to winning as faithfuls. So I don't know if you'd recruit. So you murder. And you murder Jake now. Because the theory was that Mina was protecting Jake. I think Jake's really trusted. I think you murder Jake and take the chance on the shield. It's a, what is it? It's a 1 in... Well, she knows Mina didn't have the shield, I assume. Wait, did they communicate about that? We never saw them communicate about that. If Mina didn't have the shield, it's a 1 in 6? 1 in 5, because Charlotte isn't going to kill herself. So it's a 1 in 5. I like those odds. I would murder. I'd murder Jake. Jake went first as well. He had the lowest odds of hitting the shield. Weirdly, I think I'm Team Faithful at this point. I want Alexander to win. I want Freddie to win. I want Frankie to win. Much more than I want Charlotte to win.
I'm in absolute disbelief, honestly. She's cleared me for absolute sucker. Like, it's probably going to make me look suspicious now because I've been defending her so much.
I don't know if I'd look at it that way at this stage.
I'm off today. I feel like I've been so wrong. Like, I need to start fresh, but the only thing I can go on is what she said about the whole, like, having a traitor from the start because...
Is that a clue? Is that a clue on Alexander?
You'd get so much satisfaction as well. It'd just be like...
I love Alexander. He's so good.
The way that the traitors have been going at each other, right? Thinking about it now. Mina went after Armani so early on.
Yeah.
So could have Armani been voting Charlotte? Oh, no. Charlotte can't be a traitor.
That doesn't matter to give up at that point.
No.
If some people have been tracking votes, they will realise there's never been a single traitor vote on a traitor that wasn't banished that same time. That they know of. Obviously, there's still a traitor that they don't know who it is, but of the ones that they know of, there's not been a case of that. It's always been the writing's on the wall, we jump on the bandwagon. They've not been infighting.
I'm going to tell you something, and I'm not telling you.
Oh, you mug.
Do not breathe a word to Freddie or to Alexander. I've got the shield.
Leanne, you absolute wazzock. What was I just saying about Leanne not being that good at the game? You don't tell a soul. You don't tell anyone. I don't care who you trust. You just told 60% of the other players that are left. You know you're a faithful. You just told 60% of the players. Telling one person is stupid. Telling 3 is otherworldly levels of stupid. Now, I think Charlotte might either hit Leanne or try and recruit to frame... Wait, is it going to be one of those recruits where it's accept or you're murdered? I think it is. Oh, that changes things, actually. Recruit Jake, and if he accepts, target Leanne. It is actually a genuinely good play.
You're going to put a name on it, and you're going to invite them to a face-to-face meeting where you will give them an ultimatum. They can either join you as a traitor, or they can be murdered immediately.
Recruit Jake, murder Leanne. Do it. Do it, you coward. Mina's gone with her sisterhood nonsense now.
I'm in a vulnerable position of having to bring a new person on board. I'm trying to think a few steps ahead because I just need to be really careful in who I select.
Jake, do it. You're trying to frame the 2 that weren't there. You target Leanne so no one dies, and that hard frames Freddie and Alexander.
Oh, you're taking
She's gone for Freddie. That's crazy.
I don't want to be a traitor.
Oh, poor Freddie. Choose death, Freddie. It's fine. Charlotte can say target Leanne and still frame Freddie with this without telling Freddie that's what she's doing. Oh, I would have gone Jake, but okay. Freddie just looking around awkwardly. Like, do they know I'm here?
No way.
That was a lovely little spin, that, Freddie. Lovely little pirouette.
Either you join me as a traitor, or I will murder you immediately.
With this knife!
Makes sense.
Of course he does. Who on earth would say, nah, murder me, I don't want the money?
Charlotte, I fully trust. Hopefully we just work well as a team together.
Oh, I wouldn't, Freddie. Mina fully trusted Charlotte as well. Do the Leanne kill. Charlotte, you coward. Be really funny. I think she just tells him who's got the shield.
Because we had the challenge today, someone has the shield. I didn't get it. Did you get it?
No, I didn't get it.
Okay.
Oh, she's not telling him.
I've decided to withhold from Freddie the fact that I know that Leanne has the shield.
Target Leanne!
Leanne only told me, Frankie, and Jake.
Do it!
So, I'm going to use that information to my benefit. Oh, which is kind of evil.
Master plan. Come on, Charlotte, you got this. Yeah, okay, this is really well played by Charlotte. I'm gutted for Freddie.
Is a very clear, faithful. She supports us, but
I don't think
she's
she's a
also
clear faithful,
very fickle,
to be honest.
And I think she could be a risk.
She's a bit two-faced, would you say, Charlotte? Using man-eater!
We should lock in Leanne. What do you think?
Hey, you know what? I called this. I would have recruited Jake and done it. But Charlotte clearly isn't about sharing this money. Even though she was a faithful. So her goal all along was to share the money up until the point she got recruited against her will. Yep, there we go. I knew that was going to be the end. Cool. Wow. So, thoughts. Charlotte learning that Leanne had it. Yeah, you saw it. I immediately shifted to she's gonna recruit and target Leanne. So, me personally, I don't mind splitting the money two ways for the insurance of having someone on my side in the final. Admittedly, Charlotte's in a really strong position, but I would have recruited Jake and used Leanne to frame Freddie and Alexander, because they can only learn that one of them is faithful. They banish one of them tomorrow. They learn that they're faithful. You go to Final Four. God knows what the seer does, but But forgetting that for a second, the Final Four then is Charlotte, Leanne, Frankie. No, Final Five. Wait. So it's the four that knew about the shield plus one of... Oh, yeah, I've been working on if someone died that we'd be on Final 5, we banish and we go to Final 4. But no, the final would be 5 people if you target Leanne. Okay, that's why I was getting confused. So it's the 4 that know, plus either Freddie or Alexander. The 4 that know all just think it's Freddie or Alexander. Banish them. And then does anyone turn on Jake or Charlotte out of Frankie and Leanne? I don't think they do. I think Traitors just win if Charlotte recruits Jake. I know they've proven one thing, this group, that they cannot be predicted episode to episode at all. But I think the only predictable one with a through line through multiple episodes has been Mina. Like, we saw Mina's suspicion grow over, like, a few episodes. Everyone else, it's been, like, clear. Like, Dan literally got no votes. And then episode 6 got voted out. Like, just, bam, gone. Alex was basically the same. He might have got a vote or two over the course of the first however many episodes, but then just, bam, gone. And it's been really unpredictable in that way, that there's not been a lot of sus carrying over from episode to episode. Like, do you remember the episode 2 or 3, really early, where they were absolutely certain it had to be one of Ellen, Kaz, Charlotte? Ellen and Kaz are gone, and everyone just hard trusts Charlotte now. Right, I'm gonna finish the video here, and then we'll chill out in the Twitch chat for a little while, and then watch the next episode live. Woohoo! Oh, this is spicy. Okay, so links to everything you might desire down in the description. As always, let me know in the comments what you thought of this episode. I thought this was a proper wild ride, and I really like the mission. I think this series has had some of the best missions. I think that's a really key part of this series. The missions have been really fun because of the way the traitors factor into it a little bit more. So people can actually start reading into how people behave in the missions, which was never a thing in the first 2 seasons. So I like that. So yeah, let me know your thoughts in the comments though. Leave a like, subscribe if you're new here, share with your friends, etc, etc. But for now, all I have left to say is thank you very much for watching. As always, I've been EBEZA, you've been amazing, and I'll see you next time.